Oh, shit. Hold on. What am I doing? I think I'm doing this as a live broadcast. Hold on. I need to lock my door. Okay. Let's see. Tell me if it shows up on yours. I have my other laptop up here as well.
Oh, you're live, all right, I believe. Well,
all right. Well, good. That's good. Let me make sure we're here. And okay, no. Try live producer. Dismiss. No, we don't want to do that. Oh, wait a minute, Martin. Are you sure we live? Because it's come back to
yeah,
the page.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna get it right.
It's okay. Happy Saturday. Look, this is our new world. We're absolutely we are live.
Yay. Okay. Does it have our title up there? There it is. Yes. Okay, but it's showing. Okay, Marquita.
Well, it's showing your top producer screen.
It is still showing that?
I mean, not top producer, it's showing your Zoom screen. And then you have me and you on like a back and forth speaker view. Good morning, Jackie. What's up, lady? Thanks for tuning in. Are you hula hooping this morning?
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Good morning.
Yeah. So Jackie is watching live from Chicago. She's doing a hula hoop and jump rope challenge. So she's about to come out in the hot girl summer.
Oh my gosh, she's already hot girl.
Go outside in summer. I don't know if I'm gonna want to go outside.
Looking at her, I am so impressed. Look at you. I mean, Jackie, you're doing it. I love watching the hula hoops.
Yeah, well, I was like, I'm definitely not doing that. Like,
no, that's not me.
All of everything about my body, the way it's made, will not allow it, along with the non-rhythm that I have. I can't even imagine getting the hula hoop to stay for it.
Exactly.
At best. Maybe I'm underestimating myself. I don't know. I could.
Real quick, what do you see on my screen? On the screen?
I see Happy Mother's Day.
All right, perfect. That's where we are. Okay, now I can join the party.
Now you can join the party. Oh, well, thanks for joining.
So, hey, who else we have working? Who else is live with us?
I really can't tell. It says about 5 people, but I guess I could click on.
Good morning. That's exciting. Well, welcome, everyone. This is our weekly check-in with you all. We're doing our Q&A with the Queen of Mortgage.
I think we got some double.
Are you okay? You have what now?
Okay, so really can't tell at this point, but all good.
Okay.
You can actually watch any comments. So it's the weirdest Mother's Day weekend that we've ever had.
Oh, wow. I think everything is a weird, whatever we've ever had. Quite honestly.
I would have to agree. So I don't know if you could keep it on speaker view or you want to put it on gallery view. So
yeah, I'm going to do gallery here. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Why do I still have this? Hang on. I want that speaker.
Yeah, so you got speaker view or gallery view.
But I have, okay, let me just stop sharing for the moment. How about that? Mm-hmm. Because that's where we are. Just wanted to.
I don't know that it even matters for the most part.
At this point in time.
I was actually trying to order, order a gift for Mother's Day and literally to be delivered, and certain zip codes, they just couldn't even do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we are right now. That's kind of,
yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week with this whole opening of Virginia, phase 1. I called my stylist and I said, wanted to do a check-in and love her dearly. And I said to her, hey, I hear that, hair salons are going to be one of the, first businesses in this first wave of openings. Can I get on your schedule and be one of your first? So she was like, I love her because she's like, you know what, you are kind of priority. So we would definitely get you on, first wave. I said, no, don't do that. Don't put me up, don't bump somebody for me, which I was very, grateful that she was willing to, or just kind of slide me in somewhere. But nonetheless, that's going to be interesting. And I talked to my nail salon tech, and think they're gonna be included, but she said they are installing the plastic shields, which is gonna be interesting.
Have her hands underneath the
We're gonna
plastic.
have to probably go underneath, but my thought now is, what about, if you're sitting in the chair and getting a pedicure, right? Is that 6 feet? No. From the,
Probably not, but yeah, I don't know.
but they always wear gloves and
I'm
masks.
not even worried about the
anyway.
claws. It's the hair. I really want my hair braided. So Jackie said I can make my mom an old school gift. Well, I actually have one. So I'm gonna show my old school gift.
Yeah.
Right now during the corona, you have to do what you have to do. So I'm over here recycling gifts. So don't even trip.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yes, this gonna be on her bed in the morning.
Hey, I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
So
perfect.
yeah, that's the old school gift.
Arnita, can I jump on your bandwagon?
Yeah, don't exactly.
Open it right here, still,
Yes.
and not even look.
Exactly, straight recycling.
I don't know if this is next, but honestly, this is the time, especially like I said with the kids, to really go back and be creative. Because we're not going to the store buying our own gifts, or dad is not taking them to the store, buying the gifts for them to give to us. Now they can be creative. So I think, maybe
That's
there's
true.
a plus and a minus in this, but nonetheless, being creative is from the heart. I mean, maybe not so much my recycled candle, but
Whatever.
whatever works, right? Whatever's clever. But anyway.
Whatever's actually clever. So huge shout out to all the moms out there. Know it's a tough time right now. I was reading an article on Forbes yesterday, and just said that, moms are pulling double shifts. 77-hour work weeks, which is almost 2 full-time jobs. When you think of those that actually are working, still dealing with kids, and are the primary caregiver for our household cleaning and, just things going. So
You're right.
to the person that put that article out in big, bold, capital letters, the truth. So happy Mother's Day. Salute to all of the moms. I hope you get a day of rest, maybe 5 minutes without any questions from anyone in the house. So yeah.
You never go to your private space.
Creative.
And not have someone barge in on you. How about that? If you know what
Not have exactly.
Hey, but you know what though? In the same vein, you're right. That's a great article, because in that, how about this? What about our mothers that are on the front line? That, like you said, they're working and still, having to also or come to homeschool. So we've not only got Mother's Day tomorrow, but this week was, Nurses Week and Teacher Appreciation. So yes, let's do a shout out to all of our nurses, all of our, public health workers. Of course, we continue to acknowledge them and we want to, because they really are putting themselves at risk. But we also, our teachers, and now moms, and even the dads, whoever, we've been wearing that hat this week. So shout out to all the teachers and the nurses. We salute you guys, all our public servants.
Right. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Straight audio song. Yeah, it's kind of crazy times, but I guess we should always show appreciation. I was able to get the boys their third quarter grades, third semester, third quarter, whatever grades. I was pleasantly surprised. Only one C, and I know that was more than lack of effort in anything. I'm like, how do you get a C in band? I just really want to know. Yeah. But I'm gonna leave it alone. Maybe he's not cool on the trumpet skills or whatever. But other than that, I was pleasantly surprised with the A's and B's. Now this fourth quarter market, I'm going to be given the grade. So
yeah, how about that?
With that.
That's true. I hadn't thought about doing the whole grading thing.
Yes, you gotta grade them.
I do, and I have a whole folder here of, and she's been diligent. Someone asked her, have you been doing your homeschool? Have you been doing your work? And she said, oh yeah, Aunt Jenny is not letting up. I'm like, I'm not, I can't. I just can't. She might have a day off, like Friday, I gave her the day off, but, and of course we got weekends, but, you gotta keep them, moving mentally, doing something, even if it's just being creative or what. But,
yeah, I agree. I had ordered these science boxes some while back, and you know, they have the stuff on auto ship, so you kind of forget about it. So I thought I was going to order in like 3, and then it came up that it renewed and I forgot. So I ended up with like these 6 like science, they're like projects, tinkering things that they can make. So like you just never know when you're going to actually need stuff. So I bought the stuff maybe last Christmas, and we just never did anything with them this Christmas here, and we never did anything with them. So that's something that we'll be working on this week to see. I don't know if you can make like a little propeller plane, or, you know, they got everything in there. So
yeah, and talk about how it's, you know, what's making it move, you know, what's the gravity,
yeah,
what's the function of all of this. It's all learning. I mean, everything. I don't, like, you know, we joke and say, but like even with the cooking, you know, you're using the measuring cups and spoons and so forth. Libby was looking for a movie today. Auntie, I need you to, you know, on Netflix this morning. I need you to help me. Well, why? She says, because I need you to help me spell it. I was like, you know how to spell it.
right.
So I stood there. I'm like, sound it out. You know your vowels. Go. You got this. You know.
Exactly. So so we're definitely shouting out appreciation. If you jump on and you have any questions about real estate or mortgage, that's cool. We thought, hey, maybe we're going to take this weekend off for Mother's Day, but I was like, no way. You know, if there's some questions that anyone needs answered, we're actually here. And I know that we are not going to talk about the elephant in the room this week. Did you have some statistics? See, you'll have to appreciate the teachers, because I just heard that whole word out right there. Do you have some stats that you want to share about?
I do. I'm going to share some market stats this morning with
Okay.
you guys. Actually wasn't able to pull my graphs up last week, so let's just go back to my screen share.
Okay.
So here is our, can you see me? All right, so here this just comes right out of our MLS, and this right here is the end of first quarter market stats. But what I'd really like to share, you know, one of the things, I think I mentioned this the last couple of times, is you know, our inventory. We all know that we went into this with low inventory, and then just to go back to that, we are, as you can see right here, we are right now at a month's supply. That means, I mean, this was at the end of March, right? So if everything were, if we were to, you know, if everything was to sell whatever we had on the market currently, we've got 1 month inventory. And this is Prince William County. But just to kind of get you going and understand what that means across the board, I'm going to pop in a few more things. Let me just.
So what would a normal real estate market have? If you have a
healthy market would be at least 6 months.
Okay.
At least 6 months. And that's a healthy
market. Wow.
At
least 6 months, and we're at 1 month?
Which is interesting because I'm going to pull up another stat here if I can grab it for us. Hold on, guys. Let me just drag my screen. Let me see which one this is. This is Alexandria. And incidentally, these are the counties that I serve. But just look at Prince William County. Look at last May. Okay, so this is another one I was going to jump into. Right here, you'll see as of right now, today, as of actually yesterday, I pulled this yesterday, 1.6. So we've got a month of 1.6, 1 month, 6 days of inventory that is available, right? But last year, again, speaking to the fact that we know that we've been in a shortage, we've had a shortage, but last year around this time of May, there was at least 3 months, almost 4 months of inventory. Look how much it dropped. However, you know, the good news is, you know, we do have inventory. We do still have new homes hitting the market. You know, we've got, you know, right now there's 172 currently, contracts that were, you know, new that went under contract. And up here, you can see my mouse, and I'm speaking again to Prince William County. Right here, we've got 504. This was as of the end of April, right? So we had 504 pending. And then we've got, let me see if I can pull this up in a little different picture here. I hope I can grab this. This is going to take me back, I think, to the same report. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. You know, again, here's our median and so forth. But where we were at the end of March, or end of Q1, a month. So we're up by 6 days. So that's encouraging. You know,
Yes.
and you can see here, you know, and this is over time, obviously, where the climb is. And again, even at the end of the first quarter, which does include March, you know, we still had some, you know, we had some business. So I'm encouraged. I'm not, and these are all the different zip codes, and I won't bore everyone with that, but it does allow us to see, you know, where we are with respect to the market and where the direction we're going. It's a little slow, no question, but we are, we're moving in a better, you know, we're moving in a direction. I believe, as I said last week, we're going to have a lot of pent up demand. So once things start opening up, we're going to see even more. We're going to see the real estate market, I believe, really start to move a little more. You know, of course, there's a balance, but because we do have, you know, of course, people that qualified, you know, before the pandemic have to requalify and may not qualify. But the good news is, if you do, the interest rates are still super low, which again, that's your field. But so you know, again, we've got a month and 6 days of inventory. We are seeing, you know, we're seeing everything kind of go up here still. I mean, it's not as much, but we are seeing some new listings. I mean, at the end of May, right now, today, we've got 252 new listings, and this is all of Prince William County.
Okay.
So to drill it down even more, you know, specifically to, you know, counties, if anybody's interested about their specific zip code where they actually live, you know, just hit me up. I'll be very happy to kind of give you an idea where things are with that and how that affects you. More importantly, what your home is selling for today. The good news is values haven't dropped. You can see that values are either holding steady or they have increased. So if you look at last month, right here, this is the total volume, I beg your pardon. So we're still pretty close, but here is the average list price right here. We're 490, 620, but then you got, for this today, May, we're at 489. So there's really no change.
Wow.
Have low inventory.
So
Go ahead.
So I think that's encouraging as far as the, you know, the mentality of, you know, doom and gloom. I know that we're in an area that would be considered an anomaly, that, you know, we haven't had the type of job loss that we've seen over the country. So I know that, you know, and you definitely feel bad for those people that have lost a job or are impacted very negatively by the pandemic. So because we have the hugest employer in our backyard, we've been able to, I feel like, weather some of that storm, and that has helped our values. So that's always good for answering the question about, you know, what's going on in our market. So, you know, one of the things that you would ask me about, which I'm probably going to have to mute this in a second because of working from home, people don't realize you're on a live and just throwing stuff down the steps and everything, but it's okay.
In the background.
Yeah, you know, dog barking in the background, like reinforces the fact that I myself need a new home. But anyway, you know, one of the areas that I think you probably will see a slowdown, and if you were to pull up those numbers, are for houses that are priced above the conforming loan limit, which is like 765, 500. Those houses may have had to slow down just because some of the financing in that jumbo market has been pulled back, which basically you already needed to be qualified for more if you want to buy a larger home, luxury. So bigger down payments. We had scenarios in the past where maybe we could have a finance down payment. A couple of those large players have pulled out of that actual market for now. So if somebody's looking to buy in a luxury market, I think you probably would see that market soften some, but basically you're going to need a larger down payment and probably working with a bank who's willing to, you know, facilitate and hold that type of money based on probably having a relationship with them and knowing the type of funds that they already have. So it really doesn't affect, in my opinion, the everyday person, but just something that we wanted to throw out there since you did ask me about it.
Yeah, well, you know, let's talk about this then real briefly. I mean, we don't have to go on too deep, but like, for example, me, I'm self-employed. What are the guidelines for, you know, what are the overlays, what's in place now for, you know, 1099 folks if we wanted to purchase a home? What are, what are requirements for us now?
So that's always been a real tough spot, financing and self-employed, because the back and forth between adjusted gross income and income before you actually have the write-offs. I want to say, and I probably shouldn't say, but they're looking at already taking a 20% decrease of the income and then using that amount. That was some of the guidance that, you could adjust down. So if you just take a 20% decrease and use that number, then probably will be insulated as far as the lender's concerned, and if you're qualified or not. Other than that, we had other programs that removed the taxes from the equation. Those right now are kind of on hold. We've seen one person come back into that market space, but they're looking at a 15% down payment. So basically you use your bank statements for a 12-month period, show your deposits. They have a formula to decide how much should be income, but they are at 85% loan to value. So that just basically means you need to put down a 15% down payment. So I feel like personally, to me, if you're self-employed, it just got rougher because we don't have true guidance on how we're going to handle did you take the PPE loan? Was it paid back? Is that a liability against the business now? So there's a lot of
that could affect their lending.
Yes.
If they did take the PPP. Now the PPE. Now my understanding is as long as they keep their employees employed, they don't have to pay that back.
Right. But how are you going to figure that out? And is this a self-employed person that you should be lending to? How are they going to pay back? What we see with the country, which is why you have the automatic reduction, it seems, in actual income for qualifying, but you don't even know whether they have to pay it back because that's going to happen through the IRS, I guess, on the auditing of what happened with the money. So I just feel like it got a little tougher, and I know that's not encouraging for people that are self-employed, but it just kind of is what it is. So we have just a lot of gray areas and ambiguity there. So.
Okay. I have another question that I actually was hit with this week. So someone is positioning themselves to purchase a home.
Okay.
But does have some IRS or some tax, liabilities. So they need to set up a repayment plan. And
yes.
if there's some, going through it, talk to me about that a little bit, or explain that. Like, how many months should they have been making payments with the IRS, after they've established whatever that repayment, in order to even qualify, as long as everything else is in place, right? Their credit hasn't been, tremendously affected or affected. They've rebuilt themselves. So tell me a little bit about that, because I've had, people ask.
Yes. So
You can touch on all
depends
three
on the actual loan type, huh?
Yes. Yeah, right. If you could just
So it depends on the loan type. So for FHA, you need to have at least 3 months payments and that payment plan, and it cannot be prepaid, because I've had people say, well, I set up the payment plan and I can just pay 3 months right now of what, a set amount. Say it was $1,000. So they just felt I can send in $3,000. So no, you have made payments for 3 months. Conventional, I want to say you need to set up the payment plan, and then you need to have 1 month of payment, and then VA 12 months. So typically VA is more lenient than the other side, but you count those debts in the qualifying ratios and you still can help a borrower move forward at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so that's good to know, because I did get hit with that question this week. All right, do you have any questions out here from any of our viewers? Investment. This is one I had also. VA borrower. They already purchased the residential, and they want to buy now some investment, and may still have some entitlement, or may want to use their VA, or maybe not. How long do they have to live in their home before they can purchase again? And I'm just throwing you questions that I remember the conversation.
That's okay.
Do I have to?
Well, that's what we said the segment was actually for, but VA loans are for primary residence only. Okay, so you can end up having an investment property that is secured with VA entitlement because of converting a primary into an investment. But to out the gate purchase a home that you're not going to live in, VA was not the product for that. So that's a, and that's a challenge. And I've seen one time, one person with 3 VA loans on 1 certificate of eligibility. That's a whole nother story. However, he basically bought one home, very low cost. And then he stayed there for a year, and then he bought another house that was bigger because the family size changed, living there for some years. And then he still had enough entitlement. This area is crazy with high entitlement about to get partially, no down payment on another house. So that would be one way that a VA loan will end up being beneficial in converting primary into investment. But just to be able to say, I have entitlement left, there's a house across the street I want to buy, can I use my VA loan? The answer would be no to that. And it would be suspicious to any underwriter to say, you just used your loan across the street, now you're going to move across the street. Yeah, that reeks of occupancy fraud there. So
here's one. What about FHA? So FHA borrower wants to buy investment, or maybe move up and do similarly what you said on the VA. So they're going to they just bought a house, they have FHA financing, and they want to move on. Can they obtain another FHA loan? And two parts. Can they obtain an FHA loan for investment, and or how soon before they can buy another property using FHA?
So FHA is very similar to VA. I mean, these are for primary residence purchase. Like, it's not to be used as an investment property. So if someone does have an FHA loan and they want to buy another property, FHA basically is off the board, especially if they're staying in that area. Now, there are only a few exceptions where you can have 2 FHA loans at the same time. If your family size changes, if you're relocating 100 miles away and you've been relocated by your job, then you can actually potentially have 2 FHA loans at the same time. But government loans and investment don't go together. Basically, investment properties are in the conventional realm. You might subsequently become a landlord or an investment owner based on you departing that primary residence. So can I have 2 FHA loans at the same time unless your family size change or you actually are being relocated 100 miles from where the current FHA property is? So it's not a loan for people to try to buy homes with low money down and then turn them into investment properties.
So basically, even if they lived in that property for 2 years and decided, you know what, I want to get closer to my job, which is less than 100 miles, and they want to purchase something closer to their job, family size hasn't changed, they don't qualify for FHA. Not
for another FHA loan. So they can keep that property, they just need to go conventional on the next purchase. So they definitely can retain the property, but they're not going to be eligible to buy that next house with a 3.5% down payment. Okay. So to roll into the conventional and at least put 5% down, and hopefully they can qualify carrying the other mortgage.
What if they it's less than 2 years?
Hey Todd.
What if it's less than 2 years and they decide to go ahead and purchase something closer to work?
That's okay.
Conventional.
That's okay. Like, there's no, you do say when you sign that you plan on staying there for 12 months, that you're going to occupy the property. I don't know that there is an occupancy police out there, but it's permitted so people are not trying to flip homes at the end of the day. So, yeah, 24 months would definitely work. And we know that truthfully life happens. For me as a lender, I have to use my instincts on, whether I think this is legit a move or whether somebody's actually trying to game the system, which, like I said, FHA, they really, for the most part, cannot. I mean, if you're not doing a 100-mile reload or your family size didn't change, you don't have that extenuating circumstance, then you just need to buy the home, conventional loan, and go from there.
And conventional financing is 20% down.
No, that's not the case. The lowest you could do with a conventional loan is 5%. I think that's a huge misconception about it. So you can get in a house with 5% down on a conventional loan, just be able to qualify, right? And that's when, the rubber meets the road. Credit scores are a little higher on conventional loans, and the debt to income ratios are more strict than our government loans in a normal environment, should I say. Yeah.
That's all I have for you. Anything else?
Okay. All right. Hey, Taj, thanks for jumping on.
Hey,
Y'all are killing me, Taj. I'm cracking up with the the sharing of the baby genius. Somebody said you guys need a YouTube channel. I would say I have to agree. Happy Mother's Day to you. So he has his dialogue with his parents are better than some adults. I mean, it's pretty funny.
Oh wow, I gotta go look. She used to be in my feed. I don't see her, but you know, on Facebook, the algorithms and everything is always changing. So.
Yeah, you know that. So
is she still over? Is she still in, what was it, Mississippi?
I don't know. Where are you, Taj? Is it Alabama or Mississippi?
Somewhere down south, close to Orleans, somewhere.
Okay. We did talk about VA loans, Taj. Is there any specific questions that you have? I mean, we talked very quickly about them, but we actually talked about having 2 VA loans at once and trying to use VA loans as an investment. But if you have a specific question, then I'll be glad to answer it. Yes, the MI, crooked letter, I. Remember, you used to try to spell it like that. Yeah.
Two sets of crooked letters. Yeah.
2 sets of crooked letters. All right. Oh, we're about to move back. Yay. Come on back. We welcome you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Hampton Roads area. That's not bad. That's not too far.
Nope. So yeah, I'll be glad to help with any questions you have about getting that done down there.
And I certainly have a whole network of folks. If you need a referral, we can help you out on that end.
Right.
Housing. So, all right. Well, listen again. Happy Mother's Day to you, Queen. I hope again, Mother's Day is every day in my book, and especially now more than ever when we're juggling so many balls. You know, work, homeschool, you name it, we're doing it. Caregiver, and please give your mom a special hug and kiss to me, from me to her. Happy Mother's Day to her as well. And
I sure will. She's listening right now. So as she throws stuff down the steps.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Live, and I've said that several times. It's okay. It's like, really, like, this is why I'm saying that it's time for my own self to move. So happy Mother's Day.
Enjoy.
Moms out there, that's my recycled gift.
No Sunday morning breakfast.
Oh, Taj, did you see the inside joke on that? I was like, I'm just gonna let it go ahead and pass. This is a PG-13 broadcast, but yeah, that was too funny for real. Juggling all of the balls, but yes, we actually are. That's what it is. We got a lot going on. So
that's a lot going on. You do not cook. Cook Sunday breakfast tomorrow. That's not on you.
All right. So a little bit of edutainment.
There you go.
All right, gang. So we're gonna jump off and
next Saturday.
Free to inbox. Enjoy the Mother's Day weekend, and any fellas that are listening, make sure you step your game up. She definitely deserves it. All right. Peace.
Take care. See you next week.